Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Srikant Gurukul. We have started a crash course on international organizations which are important from different examination point of view. The international organization that has a huge share in the syllabus of civil service examination. These are very important from both prelim as well as the mains examination point of view. Particularly in the general studies paper 2 of the main syllabus, there is a topic that is mentioned important international institutions, agencies and fora, their structure and mandate. Time to time there are also a number of questions that have been asked in other competitive examination. Particularly in this video, we shall discuss about one of the important international organization, that is the United Nations. Okay, now let's try to find out what the organization is and what are its objectives, what's the history behind this organization and its different principal organs. So, United Nations, it is an international organization which was founded in 1945 with two basic objectives or purpose. What are those? The first objective or first purpose, that is to maintain international peace and security, and the second one, to promote economic and social development among its member states. So these are the two basic purpose or basic objective of United Nations. The first one, that is to maintain international peace and security and to promote, and the second one, that is to promote economic and social development among the member states. Now next move to the second point, that is how many member states are in United Nations now. Currently the United Nations have 193 members. Currently it has 193 members, but it was started with only 51 members. These are known as original member or founding members. Now India is also a part of United Nations, but it was not the part of the original members, not among the 51 original members. The latest country which joined the United Nations in 2011 July, that is the South Sudan. That is the latest country which joined the United Nations, and its headquarters is in New York. Okay, it's the overview of the United Nations. What are the overviews? It is an international organization. It was established founded in 1945 with the two basic purpose or two basic objective. That is the first one, that is to maintain international peace and security, and the second one, that is to promote economic and social development among the member states. Okay, present members, how many members are there? 193 members. India is also a member of United Nations, and there are 51 original members or the founding members, and its headquarters is in New York. And the latest addition of South Sudan to United Nations, that is in July 2011. Now let's move to the history of the United Nations. Okay, history of the United Nations. The United Nations, that was established just after the World War II. Just after the World War II. During that period, the nations were in ruins, and the world wanted peace. In 1945, okay, 50 countries, they gathered in San Francisco to sign a document that is called the UN Charter, United Nations Charter, which created an organization, that is the United Nations. Where they gathered? The city name, that is the San Francisco, and by the 50 countries. Okay, the charter that is signed on 26 June 1945. The United Nations Charter, which created the United Nations. It was signed on 26th June by the 50 countries, representatives of 50 countries. But Poland, it signed the charter later and became one of the original 51 member states. Poland did not sign on 26 June, but it signed it later and become the 51 among the 51 member states. The charter that came into force on 24th October 1945. It was signed on 26 June 1945, but it was came into existence officially on 24th October 1945. Before 1945, the organization which had the responsibility to maintain peace and security was with the League of Nations, and it is the forerunner of United Nations. What is that? League of Nations. Okay. What you read? That it was in 1945, 15 countries gathered in San Francisco. They signed a document that is called the United Nations Charter, which created the organization, the United Nations. Okay, and the charter that signed on 26 June 1945 by the representatives of 50 countries, but the Poland that signed it later and become the one of the original 51 member states, and the charter that signed on 26 June 1945, but it came into existence officially on 24th October 1945, and the forerunner of the United Nations, that is the League of Nations, which was established during the First World War. Now let's have an overview of the League of Nations. Okay, League of Nations. The League of Nations, it was established during the First World War in 1919 under the Treaty of Versailles. It was the treaty under which the League of Nations was established in 1919 during the First World War, but it was completely failed to achieve its objective. What was its objective? It is to maintain peace and security. It was completely failed, and as a result, the world again faced a war, that is the World War II. Okay, so due to the failure of the League of Nations, World War II happened, and after World War II, the United Nations Charter that was signed and which created the United Nations organization. The International Labour Organization, it was also created under the Treaty of Versailles. So under the Treaty of Versailles, two organizations were established. That is the first one, that is the League of Nations, and the second one, that is International Labour Organization. The League of Nations, it ceased its activities after the fail to prevent the Second World War. Okay, here are some important points about the United Nations, which are important from different examination point of view. What are those? First, that is the name United Nations. It was coined by the then US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the United Nations, it was created especially by the United Nations during the World War II, and the name, that is the United Nations, it was coined by the then US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and it was first used in declaration by the United Nations of 1st January 1945. It was established in 1945, but the term United Nations, it was used in the declaration by the then President US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, okay, on 1st January 1942. And the original United Nations logo, it is created by a team of designers in 1945, which is led by the Oliver Lincoln Lundquist. The team of designers which was led by Oliver Lincoln Lundquist. And there are 6 official languages of United Nations. These are Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. Okay, let's revise. The term United Nations, it was coined by the then US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and it was used much more before the establishment of the United Nations, that is in 1st January 1942. And the original logo, that is created by a team of designers led by Oliver Lincoln Lundquist, that is in 1945. And there are 6 languages of United Nations. That is the first one, that is Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. Okay, now let's see. The United Nations have 6 principal organs. Okay, and what are those principal organs? Six principal organs. That is the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the Trusteeship Council, the International Court of Justice, and the Secretariat. So let's see what is the function of the General Assembly. It is the main policy making organ of United Nations. Okay, we will discuss thoroughly, discuss in detail about all these principal organs. General Assembly, it is the main policy making organ of United Nations. And the Security Council, it is the main body that is responsible for peace and security of the member states. Okay, General Assembly, this is the main policy making organ of the United Nations. But the the Security Council, it is the main body that is responsible for peace and security of member states. And the Economic and Social Council, it is the this organ that charged with coordinating the economic and social work related to the United Nations missions. Okay, it is the organ that charged with coordinating the economic and social work that related to the United Nations missions. And the Trusteeship Council, it provides international supervision for 11 trust territories. 11 trust territories. Okay, and the International Court of Justice, it is the principal judicial organ that settles the legal disputes between the member states. And the last principal organ, that is the Secretariat. It is made of an international staff that carries out the day-to-day work of the United Nations, and its headquarters is in New York. Now let's discuss in detail about the first principal organ, that is the United Nations General Assembly. Okay, so United Nations General Assembly, it is the main policy making organ of the United Nations. It is the main deliberative, policy making, and representative organ of the United Nations. All the member countries, all the 193 members, they represented in the General Assembly. It is the only United Nations body with universal representation, because here all the 193 members were represented. And the United Nations General Assembly, it is located in the headquarters of United Nations, that is in New York. It meets each year in September. It meets each year annually in September. Membership of states in UNA, United Nations, for a new member for the new membership of states in United Nations, it is required by the decision of General Assembly upon recommendation of the Security Council. Okay, so membership, how a member country can how a country can be a member of the United Nations. The decision of General Assembly, by the decision of the General Assembly, but it is based on the recommendation of the Security Council. And the decision making, how the decision making process happens in takes place in General Assembly, that is a 2/3 majority on decision of important matters. Okay, so it requires 2/3 majority on decision in important matters. What are those matters? Peace and security matters, admission of a new member state, and budgetary matter. In these three matters, that is the peace and security matter and admission of new member and budgetary matters, it requires 2/3 majority. Okay, but on other decision other than these three, that is the peace and security, admission of a new member, and budgetary matter, other matters, it requires only a simple majority. Okay, let's have a quick revision. Okay, United Nations, it is an international organization. It was established in 1945 with two basic purposes. First is to maintain international peace and security, and the second to promote economic and social development. Currently, there are 193 members in United Nations, and India is also a part of the United Nations. And there were 51 members who signed this United Nations Charter document. And the latest member state, South Sudan, which was joined in July 2011, and its headquarters is in New York. And its history, it was established in 1945 after the World War II, because during World War II the nations were in ruins and world wanted peace. The 50 countries, they gathered in San Francisco in 1945 to sign a document that is called the United Nations Charter, which created an organization, that is the United Nations. And the charter that was signed on 26 June 1945 by the representative of 50 countries, but Poland signed it in later and became the 51st country, 51th original member country or the founding member country. And the charter came into force officially on 24th October 1945. And the forerunner of the United Nations, that was the League of Nations, which was established during the First World War with the same objective, but it was failed completely to achieve its objective, and as a result the world again faced a war, that is the World War II. And after World War II, the United Nations established, and the League of Nations, that was established in 1919 under the Treaty of Versailles, another organization that was established under the Treaty of Versailles, that is the League of Nations. Okay, there are some important points. The United Nations, the term that was coined by the then US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and it was first used in the declaration by the United Nations on 1st January 1942 during the Second World War. And the original logo, United Nations logo, which was created by a team of designers in 1945, which was the team was led by Oliver Lincoln Lundquist, and there are 6 officers official languages in United Nations. What are they? Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, Spanish. And the United Nations have 6 principal organs, and the first one is the General Assembly, which is the main policy making organ of the United Nations, and the second one is the Security Council. It is the main body that is responsible for peace and security of the member state. And the Economic and Social Council, it is the principal organ that charged with coordinating the economic and social work related to the United Nations missions. And the Trustee Council, it provides international supervision for 11 trust territories. And the International Court of Justice, it is the principal judicial organ that settles the legal disputes between the member states. And the Secretariat, it is made up of an international staff that carries out the day-to-day work of the United Nations. Okay, and we have discussed the first principal organ, that is the United Nations General Assembly. It is the main deliberative, policy making and representative organ of the United Nations, and it is the only UN body of universal representation, because here all the 193 members state are represented, and it is located in New York, which is the headquarters of the United Nations. And it meets each year annually in September, and the membership of the states, that is decided by the General Assembly, which is based on the recommendation of the Security Council. And decision making, how the decision making takes place in General Assembly, that is on the on important matters like peace and security, admission of a new member, and budgetary matter, 2/3 majority required. But in case other than these three, it requires only a simple majority. So this is it for this session. In the next videos we shall discuss about other principal organs. Okay, if you have still not subscribed our channel, kindly like, comment, share and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you for watching. Bye bye, take care.